I don't know if y'all been watching on TV, all these ICE raids have been going on, but I got caught up in one the other day. I was waiting across the street when a dark green van pulls up. Five guys in camouflage run out. They grab a guy that's standing against the wall behind me. The guy's yelling, American citizen, American citizen. The big guy holding him says, yeah, right, American citizen. I bet you don't even speak any English. He said, yes, American citizen. The big guy says, well, in that case, I want you to give me a sentence in English with using these three words: green, pink, and statue. I yelled out over at the guy. I says, hey, leave him alone, you bunch of racists. He yells back at me. He goes, hey, you stay out of this or you're next. He turns back to the Mexican guy. He tells him, I need a sentence with these three words: green, pink, and statue. Without missing a beat, the guy says, the phone should go green, green. I pick it up and I say, statue. And then they shot him. Hit it. I live out of the city limits of a town about 100 miles from here, mostly trailer houses and RV parks. That's right, redneck country. I got a neighbor, Bubba Beaversdorf, and he's as redneck as they come. His name makes me think his family was named after a beaver's butthole. Bubba has 38 guns and a shitload of bullets. I don't own any guns, but in case of a zombie apocalypse or Mexican invasion, Bubba says I can borrow one of his. He also told me if I ever need to get rid of a body, he could help me with that. I'm trying to stay on Bubba's good side. He's retired. I'm certain he has a camera pointed at my trailer because anytime I'm outside for more than 5 minutes, he's walking across the road and giving me his latest right-wing thoughts. Then one day last year, he sees me and he comes over and he tells me, did you watch Hannity last night? I said, no, what is that bastard up to now? I don't even have cable. Well, that Joe Biden got the border wide open. Those Mexicans just walking across taking American jobs. I said, really, those son of a bitches. Then I said, didn't you have a bunch of Mexicans building that building that tall shit over that RV that your son is in? He said, yeah, but they're good workers. They gave me a good price, not like the gang members and illegals that are walking over the border now. I said, well, at least you know the good ones from the bad ones. By the way, you know that I'm part Mexican, right? He said, yeah, well, you're one of the good ones. I said, thanks, I guess. But what he doesn't know is I've been bringing Mexicans and marijuana over the border for years. Hit it. Me and Bubba have been having the same conversation for 2 years. There's never a hello or a goodbye. He just picks up from where he left off last time. One day I was out polishing the truck nuts that hang off my bumper when Bubba makes an appearance. He asked me, what do you think of vultures? I said, I don't know much about them. I know they eat dead animals along the road. He said, no, I mean school vultures. I said, they got vultures at school? I know that they had a problem with bats at one time, but I think they got rid of them. He said, no, they're giving everyone with kids a $10,000 vulture to send them to private school. I said, I think you're talking about a voucher, not a vulture. He said, what did I say? I said, a voucher is like a coupon and a vulture is a dirty bird that eats dead animals. He said, would you eat a vulture? I said, I'd have to be pretty hungry to eat a vulture, Bubba. He said, I bet it would taste all right if you cooked it right, kind of like chicken. I said, remind me not to eat any barbecue chicken at your house. He says, hey, you know what you caught 4 Mexicans in a boat? I said, oh, here we go. What, Bubba, what? He said, Cuatro Cinco. I said, Bubba, I'm going inside.